Thank you. Good afternoon, Mireia René, Univision, Coach. What do you know about the US and what do you expect from them tomorrow? Well, I think I know them well. They are well-known players. It is a team that grew a lot in the last years. They are strong physically, and I think they were the team with the best fitness statistics in the last World Cup. We are aware we have to be cautious, and hopefully tomorrow we will be able to show a great performance and let the best team win. Hopefully us, because it will be very important to start on the right foot with a win facing the host of Copa America. Good afternoon, Mauricio Palacio for Red 1. Luis, as the captain of the Bolivian national team, tomorrow you will be wearing the armband. How essential is your work in the locker room for those that are playing their first Copa America, giving their first steps in an international tournament of this quality? Good afternoon. Well, it is a responsibility inside and outside the pitch. It's very important to convey the message of how important it is to represent your country. Maybe sometimes it's not in the words, but in giving the right example, being role models. Some are playing their third or fourth Copa America, and of course it's important to raise awareness in them of what it means to play at a continental level. And we have worked daily to get there in the best shape possible and achieve our goals as a country. Good afternoon, Coach. Regarding the friendlies in the last weeks and given the difference in intensity of other teams, what are the different traits of this Copa America? Well, we are working step by step. We're trying to improve our fitness level. I think we have. The statistics show we have made an improvement. We must be optimistic. The players are training and giving their best in every session. It is a young team. They can continue to grow and improve. That is what we are trying to convey to them. They are always very willing, with great predisposition, and hopefully we will improve, playing against a very strong national team. But we have already made some improvement in the friendlies, if you compare it with the past. Luis Julio César, de CDC Deportes Santa Cruz. A couple of weeks ago, you were asked about the friendlies, and you said that they didn't count regarding results. What will we see tomorrow in the official competition in Bolivia? Well, the friendlies did not give us the expected outcomes, but our takeaway is the learning. We can reach conclusions and know what we have to do and what we need to avoid. And tomorrow will be the first relevant day. We have been working since the last FIFA match, and we've always try to improve physically and mentally, and we know it's going to be tough. We're going to be playing against teams with a great level, but we do trust in our preparation. We had some friendlies in Africa, and they had positive outcomes, and we will undoubtedly correct our mistakes and underscore our virtues. Gina Valdivieso, Agencia Noticias F. Bolivia has not achieved any points in the last editions of Copa America. So what are your weapons for this edition to revert this negative streak? And do you have any replacement for the forwards, given the absence of Marcelo Martins, given that we need to score? Well, the fans, the press think you can change in the blink of an eye. It's a good question because for 10 years we haven't won a match in Copa America. We are after good results. We're trying to change the profile of the team, also trying to improve in our own championship. We have 5 players in Bolivia that play abroad, while other teams, national teams, have most of their players playing abroad. So this is just one more opportunity. Luis knows this. The competition level abroad is higher than that in Bolivia, but we are taking these step by step, trying to improve, going after a victory. We have great players, and we cannot continue on this 10-year streak of defeats. But to get there, you need a process. You need to improve in several traits. We need to win also in our domestic championship, and Marcelo was in the spotlight in the Bolivian football, but also in the world football and the international football. He scored goals in every one of his teams, and now we have 3 forwards that are not now in our lineup. So, of course, we need a replacement for Marcelo, and we are looking for a scorer, and it's tough to find them today in the world of football. But we are trying to improve comprehensively and in particular in our attack. Good afternoon, Antonio. El de Vara Santa Cruz, Pablo Rigueros. Many are wondering about the backline tomorrow. Is it going to be a backline of 3 or 4 against the US? What is your game plan? Well, if we answer that question, we will be giving valuable information to our opponent. We have been playing with a backline of 3, a backline of 4. Our players easily adapt to the different game plans. So tomorrow, we will stand a team that hopefully will be able to compete more, will have a little bit more time to train, to play good football. We know victories aren't easy, but as from tomorrow until the end of Copa America, we will follow the game plan that we decide for the team players. Eduardo Lopez from Diario AS. How complicated it is to prepare a match against a skillful team to adapt to the defense and the attack, and that have different game stages? And what do you think about Christian Pulisic in the US, their figure? Well, as I mentioned before, the US has players playing in major leagues, and Pulisic is one of them. He exerts great pressure he takes risks, and we have to stand solidly on the pitch and close the space. They are fast players. They are skilled players. They have good ball possession, and we are prepared, and tomorrow we will try to do our best. Ariel Camarada from Everest Sports. Luis, how do you work on the mindset, on the state of mind, and have you placed a greater emphasis on the mood beyond the tactics? Well, I think that the state of mind is something that we've been working on. We trust on our work. It is something that shows physically. Well, we can talk about defeats, but we believe we are seeing a constant evolution, and we have our hopes up to change reality, and in particular in football in our country. It is tough for us when we don't achieve the results, but we are the first ones to self-assess and make an assessment of our performance. We know we have to continue working, that we have to correct mistakes, and that we will continue to grow match by match. This is a process on which we have embarked, and I think it's the key to achieve those expected outcomes. Well, I would like to add that we should not discuss the state of mind that much, because these players are playing for their national team. They are very proud to be here regardless of the outcomes. So we have to ask a worker in Bolivia that wakes up at 4 a.m., works all day, and they cannot make ends meet at the end of the month. That is the person to whom we have to ask about the state of mind. But this is the national team, and they are, of course, proud to be here, and they need to give their best and do their best to be in the right state of mind. It's a very unique opportunity for the players. They have the opportunity to be contenders of this tournament, and they have to enjoy it. In the state of mind of the players has to be very good regardless of the results, because that is football. Mr. Zago, I ask for your permission and the Bolivian colleagues to speak a little Portuguese. Thinking about your work after the qualifiers for Copa America, I watched an interview you gave that talked about playing with a high line. And also, well, there is the element of playing in altitude. That is an advantage for you. And you were a player once, and you suffered when you played in the altitude. Can you tell us a little bit about that strategy, and given your experience as a player and as a coach, to play in the altitude? Should I answer in Portuguese? Okay. Well, I think you play where you live. In South America, there are many places where you have to play in a great altitude, at sea level, in humid areas, in dry areas. That is part of the environment in South America. Some players, most of our players play in high altitudes. 15 players in our team do so. We only have 5 players in our team that play abroad. So when we have 13, 14, or 15 players playing abroad, we can bring our game plan to sea level. there's a research that I think was carried out by ESPN or another broadcasting channel in Brazil, that no players died playing in high altitude, but they have passed when playing in high temperatures. So players are used to playing in this high altitude, and FIFA and CONMEBOL authorize these matches in those areas because, yes, the teams that travel there feel it, but there are no life-threatening situation. Of course, they will be tired like everyone else playing in a high altitude, but we have to seize that trade. And playing in alto in the always stadium, it's a different thing. I was not referring to that in the interview. When you compete a bit more with other national teams, maybe we can bring our game plan to sea level. Buenas tardes, Rafael Rentería from Sonex Mixto Sports. Luis, as a leader of this group, what strengths are you seeing in your teammates in this generation in order to achieve the expected outcomes in the Copa America? Thank you. Good afternoon. I'll try to be brief and clear. The traits of our players have to do with the level of hope to change the situation we're going through in our football. We want to win in Copa America. We want to start competing. We want to win as an away team, and we want to have our hopes up to achieve our main goal, that is qualifying for a World Cup. I think that is our main strength, and our hopes are intact. No more questions? Okay, thank you very much.